Hey guys, this is Zach with the Zach's Wildlife Channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to rig a slip bobber. So, what you're going to need is your bobber stops. Mine came with beads. You're going to need some split shots to add a little bit of weight, keep your bobber vertical. You're going to use a swivel, separate your lead from your bobber. And you're going to need scissors and pliers and whatever you want to use for your lead. This is a piece of 6-inch fluorocarbon. It's actually a snell with a number 6 hook. So today we're going to be doing some panfish fishing, and I thought I'd do a quick tutorial on how to rig this up. First off, you're going to grab your bobber stop, and your bobber stop is a straw with a piece of string. You put your line through the straw like so, and then the string is going to come right off of the straw just like that. You can throw the straw away, do whatever you want with it, don't litter, and then you're going to pull on your tag ends to create your knot. Now that knot is only going to take your hand to move. The bobber won't be able to move it, and that's what makes this slip bobber so fanciable, because you can move it 6 feet, you can move it 10 feet, you can move it 20 feet, because it'll reel in the eye guides and it'll have no trouble going through your reel. It won't cause any havoc, versus this, the old G bobber, the red and white bobber. If you put this at 6 feet, you can only reel in up to the bobber, and then you'll have 6 feet of line, flying over your head every cast, or whipping through the weeds, or trying to get around a tree. It's just way less convenient to using the slip bobber. So now that we got our bobber stop on there, we can cut those tag ends real quick, so they're out of our way, just like that. Now every bobber is going to be a little bit different, but my bobber has the bead on the top. It's molded in there, and that bead is going to stop the bobber stop from going through it. So if you don't have that bead, you're going to want to add the bead that comes in the package first. But because I have the bead, I will add the bobber next. So I'm using braided line, which is not a good idea for trying to rig a slip bob rig, because if you fail to get the line through the bobber the first time, which I didn't, it's a miracle, your line will start to fray and it'll make it impossible to get through those tiny holes. So after that, you're gonna put on your swivel, but because my swivel can go inside the bobber, it'll actually get stuck, and it won't cast right or be set to the right depth because your swivel's getting in the way. So now I'm gonna add that bead to prevent that from happening. And it's the trickiest part of the whole thing, because the bead is tiny. So there's the hole. We'll see if we can get this. Come on. Oh my God, we got it. We got it, and the line frayed right after I got it, so perfect. So now that you got your bead on, that's gonna stop the bobber from consuming your swivel. So next, you want to tie your swivel on. Just gonna do a quick knot here. Not a fancy knot, not the particularly right knot, but just a quick knot to give you the gist of the idea here. You can cut that tag. Perfect. So now you got your swivel. Your swivel stops your bobber from going any further down. Just like that. And you got your bobber stop up here, your bobber down here. Perfect. So what you're going to tie on the other end of that swivel is your lead. In this case, my snell. So I'm going to go ahead and tie that real quick. Oh, got a little bit of a tangle. There we go. And the versatility of this slip bobber is unprecedented. You can, I mean, pro walleye anglers still use slip bobbers. They're a little bit different, but still the same thing. So now that my lead is on there, number 6 hook, some issues you might come across. Let's reel this in a little bit. So you could find that because you don't have weight, or I didn't add weight yet, your bobber could be sitting like this in the water because it needs that weight to bring it vertical, bring it up and vertical. So you could add a little bit of weight, which I will do because I fish the river, so there's a little bit of a current and I will need that weight. So I'm going to add the weight real quick, and that should keep your bobber vertical. If that doesn't keep your bobber vertical, you may have other issues like not the right depth set. So my bobber stop is way up here compared to the bobber. I'm not fishing 4 feet, so I'm going to bring it down to 6 inches or so. And what's going to happen if you're too deep is your bait's going to be sitting on the ground like this, and there's not going to be any tension on the line. Your bobber's going to be laying down a little bit. So if you bring your bobber stop up and your bait is dangling like so, your bobber is going to be vertical. So that is the way to rig a slip bobber. Short and simple, easy, not very hard at all, and it's cheap too. I think these were like $1.24. You can get a bobber for $1.24. They have all different sizes, and that's slip bobber. If you guys like this video, you can comment and give me other suggestions for things that you might want to see. How-to rigs. I'm thinking about doing a whole how-to series, so you'll be seeing a few more of these coming out of me. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys.